welcome to Brims and Barrels. Man, tonight, me and Ray are joined by not only former football players, but brothers. People I can say that lived in the same house, slept by each other head to foot, and shared the same sweat, blood, and tears on the football field. So give my brothers a hand clap. Tonight is something different than what we do. We normally talk about bourbon, whiskey, everything. All right. But tonight we're going to dive into this transfer portal. So college football, do y'all feel like it's a business or more development system?
Well, I'll go first. First and foremost, I feel like as far as the NCAA college football goes, we can't get away from the business side of it, right? You have millions, billions probably of dollars pumped into this system every year, year in and year out, right? In which at one point they didn't even have to pay the players, right? So, you have all these people making money for you and the NCAA kept all the money. So it's definitely a business aspect to it. We see coaches leaving before the season's even over with. Coaches bouncing around year in and year out. The same coaches that recruit you and say that I'm gonna be here for 4 or 5 years, right? So that side of it, I would say it is a business. At the same time, it is what you make of it. Um, you can still develop yourself. You can still develop in a system, but you have opportunities now, right, to move around. So, we can't get away from the business side of it, but you can develop. But a lot of times I don't think that the right people are in these kids' ear and they kind of moving on emotion and trying to take, maybe the first dollar thrown at them, instead of, seeing it through.
All right. Well, thank you for that point.
I feel like it always been a business, no matter how you look at it. And as far as the development, it's still there, but the kids gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? It start Pop Warner, AAU when the kids are young. I ain't getting this much playing time over here. So next week I'm gonna play with this team. The parents afford. You know what I mean? Because they feel like they babies should be playing. But once you exit high school, get to college, it's grown men in there. Now they playing 6-year guys. Guys been in college 6 years. So the average high schooler is not ready physically, but the portal is here.
It ain't going nowhere. Great point, Gerard.
What I
Next.
say is, how every athlete look at it now, including parents, they all a brand now. Everybody's becoming a brand. You know what I'm saying? You got your negotiators now, because everybody wants the dollar now. So now it's a brand. It's all about branding yourself.
So a business. Anybody else want to touch on that?
I'll jump in from a different perspective, from a parent's perspective, with my son actually going through being recruited right now, just finishing his senior year. Man, and then also being a coach, you see it from a few different angles, and parent, coach, and former player, right? Obviously, it changed from when we was playing ball. There was these opportunities were afforded to us. So, like anything else, everything changed in time. It changes in time, right? So it's like who moved my cheese. So it's about adaptability. You better be able to adapt, or you gonna get left behind. So from a parent point of perspective, it's not get off my lawn anymore. It's okay, what's the game? And so the game is now the transport portal. There's more opportunities for your kids to go X, Y, and Z, even when they're at school and things don't technically work out for them at a certain school, they're getting up and leaving. Now, with that said, being a parent, the parent perspective is you raise your kids to be resilient. You raise your kids to go through things like Gerard said, see it through, right? Now, if they have that at their foundation and then they marry that and merge that with the business and I have an understanding of where they want to go, no matter what is going on in their landscape, they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But you got to use it for what it is. And like Gerard also said, they're not taking 17-year-old kids, 18-year-old kids out of high school right now because it is a business. Everything is win now. So they're going JUCO, they're going transfer portal. Then they'll get to your high school kid. So that's how my son is right now. He's on kind of outside looking in. He's a fresh 17. So he's like, nah, I got the skills. He got all the athleticism, but he ain't grown manish. And so knowing that though, my plea to him is stick to your vision, know the game, and we're not gonna leave just because you don't make the team or you're not in position that you want to be in. Bro, you got to work for it first. So we're not gonna get that. We're not even gonna play that caveat. We ain't gonna put that little disclaimer in there so you can just get an easy way out. Don't build in excuses. Now, if it's somewhere you get a better opportunity, true. No, we might have to move with the money.
Mm.
But at the same time, you can't walk in with, oh, I'm gonna be here for a year. If I'm 15 string or whatever, I'm gonna leave. You gonna get the same thing gonna happen to another school. You just gonna keep bouncing around because you don't. It's like false, man. Kids, I give them kids falsehood. Like, bro, you can't live that way. Because when it don't work out for you, sometimes you gotta see it through, bro. You gotta just play your role.
Good, good. Every last one of y'all had good points, man. I really appreciate that. That was good. Anybody else want to touch on that?
I'll touch on it. I think it's the business and you could develop it. It's still development. It's still development going on. Still got red shirt. I think for as people problem with the portal is it's a lot of moving parts, which is used to be, but it wasn't available to us when we was playing. And one of us probably needed the portal. One of us probably wanted to leave school, but we knew we had to sit. We knew we would have had to sit out. So we didn't make that transition. Now just think about that transition along with, hey, we'll give you 100,000 more to come over here and you don't have to sit. You get what I'm saying?
That's a good point, bro.
So far as the business standpoint, I love everything about the business because I was one of them kids trying to make $1,300 stretch for 3 months.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now, what if I would have had the financial stability? I probably would be in the league right now. You get what I'm saying?
Not right now, bro. You
far as-
40.
I get what you're saying, bro. At 18, these 17, 18-year-olds, they was making decisions on not having no money. You get what I'm saying? Now they got the money.
Yeah, better situation.
It's a better situation. A lot of kids fail because they don't have the financial stability.
You have to have the right people in your ear when it comes down to this money, man. You know, me coming from somebody who actually did transfer back before there was a transfer portal. At the end of the day, as a 18, 19, 20-year-old, you're really immature, right? As a 40-year-old, I talk to people all the time. I say, well, you know, I played as a true freshman at Oklahoma State. I started as a sophomore at Oklahoma State, and I transferred after my sophomore season. People say, why? At this age, I have not one good reason why, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have one good reason why. And but I didn't have me in my ear, you know what I'm saying? So I had a little brother who just got out of college. And he was in the COVID era where they started with the 6 year and whatnot. And he wanted to transfer at one point. And he was playing. I had to sit him down and really give him a mature perspective on it. Because, man, like you say, some kids are getting hundreds of $1,000s. Some kids getting up to $1 million. But for the most part, they're not getting that. Most of it's 4,000 kids in the portal. You know what I'm saying? There's only a couple schools that can even offer you that much money. You know what I'm saying? A very, very small amount of schools can offer you that much money. You know, so for the most part, these kids, you know, they just, you know, they're not going for $200,000.
Good take, man. Good take. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one.
Okay. My thing is on that. I just don't like how everybody's just jumping willy-nilly and just jumping in it and don't have nowhere to go. Don't have no clue of where they're going.
That's it.
You know.
Yeah.
I think
See, but the top guys already have a clue though.
Yeah.
It's just those bottom, you know what I mean?
The big number.
Different. Yeah.
Good, man. I like that. That conversation went well. All right. Do players today have more freedom or is it more pressure on them? Bobby, I would like for you to answer this. Let me hear your input on that.
I think it's both for them. So if you look at the home aspect, some of these kids is the meal ticket. So they got to go out here and try to get the most money to support their family, getting money that their parents and grandparents ain't never seen before, you know? And then, you know, you got to manage that because, you know, too many hands in the pot can empty the pot real fast, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
And then, you know, there's a lot of freedom, you know, kids transferring, 3-4 times? I mean, what's the old quarterback from Texas State, Steve?
He played with my little brother, Finley.
Yeah, he transferred to 6-7 schools, you know? you know, so stuff like that. And, you know, every time, you know, oh, Buddy Chambliss, he's trying to get he's trying to get a 6-year. Pavia got a 6-year, you know? So I think it's a double-edged sword. And until they get some regulation, you know, it's still the Wild Wild West to me.
But
I like that.
can I ask you a question? Do you think you would have benefited in today's now with this transfer portal?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
I think we all would.
Absolutely. I probably would have went to a different school than Oklahoma State. Number two, if I did go to Oklahoma State, Steve can tell you there was 2, maybe 3 different times when we were there together that I should have just left and went other places. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, to answer your question, yeah, 1,000%, bro. But you know, like
agree.
Pooh Man said, when we had to transfer, if you want to transfer in conference, you got to sit out 2 years.
Get out 2 years.
You ain't got time for that.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to get
Clock still
trying
ticking.
not for him to go from being a
Like
starter
you said,
to
like
sitting
you
out for
said,
2
at the
years,
end of
bro.
the
That's
day,
crazy.
people was trying to take care of families,
Yeah.
trying to get somewhere out, trying to take care of families.
Now,
You're
what
trying
you
to put
saying,
your
Quinn?
family in a better position.
Their perspective haven't changed. I don't think everyone on this call. That was the main goal. That was the number one goal. To make sure you try to make it so you can provide and help your family. Yeah, so I don't think that changed.
But that's true. But the transfer portal, it gives you a safety net to make one. It gives you a safety net to make your first bad decision.
Absolutely.
Like, I shouldn't have went there. I liked it, everything about it, but I thought I did.
Yeah.
I need to go here, and I
Yeah.
don't have to sit out.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
At that point, it's not about the money.
yeah.
Yeah, I get.
We
Like,
we argue
you know
all the
what I'm
time.
saying?
We argue all the time. We talk about Quinn Ewers. He shouldn't have took his ass to Ohio State, but remember he left high school early. Remember he left his he skipped his senior year to go get that bag. And you know, we all know Quinn Ewers, he ain't hurting for no money. His people got plenty bread, but he wanted to get that NIL money. He went up there. He sat behind Justin Fields. He wasn't finna get on the field, and then he goes to Texas. Now you know. Now he got a 3-4 year bag out of Texas, and he could have stayed for another year to get an even bigger bag.
Yep.
You know, so it's crazy, man.
Well, Bobby, what I would say
touch on that?
when X asks, you know, you got the first take, Bobby, because the caliber athlete that you were as a quarterback, and when things did go sour or whatever, you know, at Oklahoma State, you wanted to get out and go somewhere else, you would have went and got $1 million or close to it. With the caliber,
a little bit over.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You would have got
All right,
some
so
NFL
Steve,
money.
you jumping ahead. You still.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to let.
You jumping ahead, brother. All right. So I like that, Stephen, because if NIL existed when we was playing, how different would our careers be today?
Man,
Anybody can answer that.
I've been waiting on this.
Go right
I've been
ahead.
waiting on
blood.
You say go
Honestly,
right in.
this question. I really believe that in this segment right now, I believe we're sitting here looking at a bunch of millionaires. If we had the opportunity that these athletes have today, I really believe that, because it was like we were the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? We was very productive. Every school we went to, we were the ones. So I do believe that we would have had a chance to make a couple of $1 million early.
I would have made more than that.
You know, Courtney, man, I want to piggyback off that. I agree with everything you just said, because on one end, we were very highly productive athletes. On the flip side, we didn't come from money, you know. So when you carry that weight with you to college, you might have made it to school or you in college, but those problems still exist at home, and it weighs on you. You can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Going into from my junior year, going into my senior year, my stepfather's wages were being garnished. Nobody knew this. All y'all, you know, and to the point where he was the breadwinner, right? But we didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So that led to me wanting to graduate early and graduating early and going to college. The money problems never went away. And that took a toll on me, stressed me out in school. You know what I'm saying? It also affects you on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because you're worried about mama. You know what I'm saying? We all love our mom. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, having that money, having the opportunity to make that money can definitely take some stress off you and let you play more freely and
Right.
focus.
Now think about the person you was back then. Now think about in your head knowing you can go get 1.5 if you just play better, if you work hard. Think about if we had 1.5 in think about if we had 1.5 in front of us our senior year going into our freshman year in college. Think about
I'm a
that.
grown man.
You wouldn't have made second team all state. You would have been the first team.
Mhm.
You wouldn't have been honorable mention. You would have been first team. With the mindset that we had, with the position that we had.
Yeah, I agree. With everything that was back behind us that made us who we are today, that Mustang. We
Yep.
had the grind, the grit, and the fight. 0.5 would have
I
been
would say
ours.
this too. I would say this to add to everybody what everybody said. Because of the position that we're in now, most of us, parents and just in a position of leadership, right? Whether you know it or you don't, when you come across anybody, it's incumbent to us if we want that thing to keep going, to put those traits, to instill these traits and these into the younger generation. We like sometimes they don't work as hard as they should, but if you come across them, you'll mark if you don't push that into them. A
Right.
lot of people get scared to talk to these kids because they know what they might go left or crash out, as they say. But I ain't scared of them. First of all, step one, I ain't scared of you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So when they know you coming from a place of truth, it's on us, man, to say, hey, man, you're not working hard enough, or your intensity not hard enough, or you're not. Hey, be more focused here, be detail oriented here, or present yourself a certain way because it is a business and everything matters. And if they can get that right now at this age, and they might not have that support, knowing that we've already been through that, those financial strains and how they weigh you down, like Steve said, and you can go on the field and lose it like that because you're carrying weight that you shouldn't be carrying. Let them know that. You got to let them know because maybe that turns on the light to 1 out of 10 of them, but that's still one. You know what I'm saying? You reach somebody, and then that person just pays it forward, and so we're in position to pay it forward. And
Yeah.
I think that's how we continue this thing, man. Keep it going and beat the system, so to speak.
1,000%.
Yeah, lead the
You know,
generation.
you know what? A lot of I train my athletes. You know what? I'm always fussing at them about, Lacey. It's
What is it?
paying attention to detail. That will take you a long way.
Yeah.
Paying attention to detail, man. Like that frustrates me a lot. Like when you don't pay attention.
Yeah, but
Is
that's good. Everyone had a good take. You want to say anything, Rick, on the outside looking in?
Yeah. So I have a different perspective, not being a former football player. So I played baseball. So it's not lost on me that football is the breadwinner for most schools. Like that's just, it's just, that's just facts that football brings in the most money. So I think, unfortunately, a lot of college athletes, college football players end up becoming collateral damage when it comes to loosening up these rules. I don't know if anybody can answer, like, what do you think the reasoning is behind these transfer portal rules being loosening up? Like, who do you think benefits the most from that? Is that something you guys have thought about? Like, why? Because I mean, this is obviously a new thing that's just hot button. Like, who do you think benefits the most? Because a lot of I know you guys, the schools, right? That makes a lot of sense, right? It's the schools. But on the flip side, I think a big beneficiary is the smaller schools, like the mid majors. I think like a U of H that hasn't been on the national stage often. I think they're starting to get some high caliber players because you have big donors that are throwing a lot of money around, right? We know some of the names of the big donors, especially at U of H, they have their names on the buildings that have really been able to throw some money and put whatever school they want to on the map, which is interesting for a fan, which is fun for a fan to see different schools and not just the same schools every time. So that's my outsider's perspective, and I appreciate you guys letting me just be a fly in the wall and listening to you guys' stories is awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
You made
Just to
you
add to
made a
what you
great
were
point.
saying, just to add to what you were saying, my bad, Steve.
Go ahead.
We all know how U of H has been trying to get into the Power Four conferences, right?
Yeah.
And keep getting denied. Now all of a sudden, NIL hit, donors start throwing in cash. Boom, not in the Big 12. Basketball teams, perennial number one. Football team is making noise. Track team is, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, 1,000% what you're saying, man.
Yeah. And I've seen even smaller schools. I mean, a little bit smaller, like Texas State, aren't they transferring? Aren't they moving into a bigger conference? They're going to have BYU down in little San Marcos town, which is going to be, that's going to be interesting to see that. So, so yeah, it's just, I'm a hardcore fan. So I love watching all the movement of all the players, and I did go to Alcorn. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I got to see Bobby play down there.
Man,
Were
that's
you
why I
down
tore my
there?
damn ACL, man.
Did you? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did because
Dang.
I was there, and I remember you guys coming down there. We would every other year, Alcorn goes over there, and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
So
I
yeah,
tore my
that's
ACL that
yeah.
game, man.
No, sorry, sorry for the bad memory.
No,
Right
it's
up
all
there,
good.
baby.
Now bus ride in the back of the bus with my knee strapped up, man. That was
No,
crazy.
that's a long ride home. That's a 6-hour drive, man. That's a long ride.
That was
Yeah,
horrible,
so
man.
But
yeah,
you made a
Wow,
great
mama.
point about the schools benefiting because let's look at the national championship right now. Indiana is a perennial basketball school.
Mhm.
Man, when you watch them play football this year, man, those guys are
Straight
His
domination.
physical.
friend.
Like, they're exciting to watch, but then you look at their roster. These guys are 23, 22, 23, 24 years old. You got to think about it, man. Once you go through, when you get to college, you're a kid, but as you can transfer a couple times, 22, 23, you're a grown man. You know, you're stronger. You know
I
the
think they
game,
said
you're
the average
smarter.
age.
You know, right?
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
glad you
So
brought
the
that up, Steve.
schools definitely benefit the most, and I feel like I'm an educator, and from this perspective, I think a lot of kids lose, man, because after you transfer 2-3 times, the chances of you graduating is small because you losing credit hours. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
at the end of the day, most of the time, you're not getting a bunch of the millions of dollars, and then you at least want to be able to walk away with graduate and walk away with something and say, man, look, they paying for this. Because you can go be an engineer, you can be an astronaut, you can be whatever you want to be once you get to college. To be honest with you, but you have to really believe and think about it from that perspective too. You go into a big time educational institutions, you know what I'm saying, to take advantage of it. Don't leave with nothing.
Yeah,
The transfer portal. One thing it's really doing though, it's even the playing field. It's even the
absolutely.
field.
Yeah, you
It's
did
even
that.
the-
It's wide open.
Y'all
Wide
gotta stop
open.
talking about. Y'all gotta stop talking about age. You 22 going to the NFL.
No, you
Yeah.
look. No, you right.
Nah.
It's all a double-edged sword,
Look
too,
at little
man.
Malachi Tooney.
Mm-hmm.
It's a double-edged sword, man.
Baby,
Yeah.
17, 18.
You just got to be a dog. If you ain't no dog, they gonna let you know you ain't no dog.
you
Yeah.
definitely is.
You a dog, you a dog.
Good point, Steve. One good point. So this what I'm gonna throw out there now. Do y'all feel like a lot of these players make emotional decisions or long-term planning goals
As in,
when they are entering the transfer portal?
you got to think about it. A lot of these guys that's entering the portal are starters.
True.
They leaving their schools after starting 13 games.
Yeah.
Because the pricing went up.
No,
Do I
good.
think these guys are making emotional decisions? Absolutely. So we live in an emotional world now. It's acceptable now. It's okay now. So do I think yes? Yes. Everything's about emotion.
So they running from
Yeah,
tap.
so
They
they-
running from tap.
Some of them more. Some of them more. Some of them more.
yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah. And because it used to be when we was playing, we weren't just up leaving no school because we ain't playing. We sitting on the bench.
Or you got somebody coming behind you.
Nah.
No,
you better
that was
nut
not
up.
okay. It was
You better get
more.
practice. Y'all better get in them hidden drills. You better get on that line. You better get in that
For
weight
real.
room, and you
For
better
real.
compete.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we used to handle adversity versus now. You know, they
What-
just
what
jumping
about-
in the transfer portal. Not talking about the ones that's making business decisions. I'm talking about the ones hoping to get the business offer.
Basically, the young guys.
Yes.
So what about
Yeah.
what about this side? Because there is two sides to this transfer portal, and one side is not talked about. Okay, you got the
Talk to us.
guys that say, you know what, I'm transferring, I'm leaving, right? But we all forget that these scholarships are 1-year renewable scholarships, right? So you haven't been showing these coaches what they want to see out of you. So at the end of the
They
season,
forcing
had
you
that
into the
exit
portal.
interview on the shoulder. Hey, Johnny, you need to transfer, hop in the portal because we're bringing in 15 new guys. We need 15 scholarships, and yours is one of them. So all these guys, out of these 4,000, all of them don't really have the choice. Some of them have to go into the transfer portal because coach is saying, I'm bringing in 15 new starters, new transfers, and we need those scholarships.
Steve,
Anybody
Steve,
else?
if you was a coach, what would you do? You wouldn't bring them in? I'm going to get my
Yeah, I'm
guy.
not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's what's happening too. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. I would, because it's business. Like you say, my coach used to tell me at Oklahoma State, he used to say, I like y'all, but I love my wife. And what he meant by that was, I'm not going to be putting you on the football field and you getting beat and you doing things to lose games, and I got to put a for sale sign in front of my house. This is business. He was telling us, he said, I like y'all. I love my wife.
Ray, I'm moving on.
What is that? Is that 1-7?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh yeah, that's a good one. There we go.
All right, good. Anybody want to touch on that?
Nah,
Man,
we want some of that
only-
burn.
I wanted to. I saw an article the other day about a kid that was leaving the school, basically saying because he went to the highest bidder in college, which is new, right? Normally we see that in professional sports. He's leaving a local school. I don't want to say his name, but he basically said that he was heartbroken to have to leave the school, and in so many words was saying because the other school's giving him more money. I think that's something that's just a brand new thing that we're starting to see. We see that all the time in college. I mean, in the NFL. But for a kid that wants to stay where he's almost going to graduate from, and that's basically the only school he's ever known. That's a little sad. But at least he's getting paid now. At least he's getting his value, and able to move on.
To
Okay,
me,
I'm glad you brought that up.
To me,
Go ahead.
I like to if he haven't transferred more than one time, man, go get that money.
Yeah. This is his first transfer.
2, 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah, this is his first and only transfer, and he's going to be a senior. And I know the kid. I just don't want to say a name, but I mean I don't know him personally, but I know the name of the kid in the school. But he's leaving for his senior year, and he seems pretty heartbroken. From what it sounded like from his what he pinned was that I think he went to his current school and said this is what the other school was offering me, and they didn't match it or beat it. So that's like NFL stuff. You know, that's like you need an agent. You know what I mean? Like this is
they made him offer he couldn't refuse.
Yes, and he was a productive player. I mean, we all, if I off camera, I'll tell you, you'll know the name, and you know that's something new. That's a very new aspect to college football.
Yeah. So
Exactly. What you drinking right now? Let me give y'all an example of what we talking about. Exactly.
Okay.
Put the bottle up. What you drinking right now? All right. Specs got to deal with you. They giving you, I don't know how much the bottle costs. He got some expensive shit, but $500. They giving you $500 for this bottle, right? You've been dealing with them 3 years.
okay.
Let's say Total Wines come call you, and they like, hey, we already know you. You about to branch off in a year or two and do bigger things. Yo, next year we want to give you $750 a bottle. You already know where you're going. You already going where you're going.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stay here and take $500 when I can go get this $750.
Yeah. That's stretch.
I'm still gonna graduate.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna graduate.
Yeah. Nah, in those situations, a lot of the rules go out the window.
Right.
A lot of our thinking and how we feel go out the window and those types of, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You got to think
They
about
talk- they talking-
700,000.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, you got to go.
And that goes back to what I said earlier. Players are now brands. They're
Mhm.
negotiators,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they're free agents.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So with that, with all that being said, do you feel like the transfer portal is saving careers or starting the growth within these young athletes?
It's
Saving.
saving. It's
Same.
definitely.
I say 50-50, X.
Okay. Wow.
I say 50-50. You can have a coach. You can have a coach that excuse my language. He's not very good. I
Okay.
play receiver. I got a receiver coach. He's not very good, right? I can get in the transfer portal and go to a coach that could coach me up, or I could have a good coach. Coach is able to leave. They can leave and go to another school, and I gotta stay here. If I don't got the portal, I gotta stay here. And I go get, and they go hire somebody that I know more than him.
Mhm.
So I think it's 50-50.
Okay. Well, I like that point. Okay. Anybody else want to touch on that? All right.
It
So we're
definitely-
moving on.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
y'all, I love it. We're coming to the end, but I think I got a couple more questions I want to ask. All right. And anybody can ask a question you want to, if you have something on your mind, feel free to mention it. Okay. Do y'all feel like parents are more protectors, or they applying the pressure to their child or their student athlete? when it comes to this transfer?
I think they want to be protectors, but I don't think they're equipped with the knowledge
Nah,
and the background and the knowledge of all the moving pieces that goes with being a college athlete, because 9 times out of 10 they probably weren't, right? So, and a lot of times they like a lot of these people are first generation college people that going to college. Like, forget the athlete part. A lot of these kids are first generation college students, and then been putting the athlete part on top of it. I don't think that a lot of the parents are equipped with the knowledge to even inform their kid enough to even make an informed decision in the long run. They'll see dollars, but they don't really know all the ins and outs of the questions you need to ask these coaches when they come sitting in your house, right? On you sitting on your couch when they're recruiting you. So they want to protect them. I think they have a lot of parents have good intentions. I just don't think they have the knowledge to actually make informed decisions or help the kid make an informed decision.
I like that. All right. Anybody else want to touch on that? So I'm coming up to the end. All right. Do y'all feel like this for everybody? Anybody could jump in on this one. Actually, I want everybody to jump. And Ray, you too. I know you play baseball. At this point in your life, every last one of us, knowing where we come from, take that all in, soak all that in there, okay? Every one of us know our own background. Do you feel like football made us who we are today, or just made us to be that dominant football player? To me,
Yeah. Go ahead, is it?
I feel like everything that was instilled in me between those lines on that green made me who I am today, because the fight never stopped. The weightlifting never stopped. The grind never stopped. My relentless thought process never stopped. So I feel like it prepared me for life. That's my take.
I tell young people all the time that, sports, for me, it was football is a vehicle to get you to your next place in life. Michael Jordan don't play basketball no more. Neither does Charles Barkley, anybody else. You have to figure out, you're gonna have to do something else one day. So it's a vehicle. But while you on this vehicle, you need to equip yourself with everything you can, you know what I'm saying? So like football, it helped me organize sports. I tell kids all the time, it's gonna help you with teamwork, leadership, discipline, accountability. And I tell people all the time that I benefit from my time as a football player every single day. I didn't go to the NFL. I still benefit from this when I go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I can work under stressful situations. It's nothing that they can ask me that I feel like I'm overworked or I just can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Being able to lead people. So that is just a vehicle. It's a vehicle to get you where you want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? And while you're on this vehicle, equip yourself with everything that this game gonna give you, because
Soak it in.
at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be a productive adult one day and stand on your own 2 feet.
And have 7 kids.
yeah.
And two for me.
Football definitely was a kickstart to
Yeah.
my life. The ambitiousness, the always want to win, the competitive edge that I have and everything.
Yeah.
I get ridiculed about it all the time now. They take my competitiveness as aggressiveness, which I just like to win. It's nothing wrong
Right.
with wanting to win.
Ain't
And
nothing
that
wrong with it.
was what we went through growing up. We competed in everything that we did, whether it was pencil break, whether it was tying shoes. We competed in everything. It was friendly competition, but it helped build us the character that we have today.
I agree.
I feel like the biggest thing is being able to adjust. You had to on the field. You had to in sports. So now in life, as a grown up, as a man, a father, husband, you have to be able to adjust, even at work. That's my whole thing on it.
Like, to touch on that, Gerard, I think a lot of people still struggle with that.
Yeah.
Adjusting to life, man, after
Yeah.
football, bro.
Man.
Especially when that was all you knew.
They're afraid to let it go.
You know what I'm saying? When that was all you knew and all you had. You didn't really care about nothing else. You didn't really see yourself doing anything else. So now you're lost in this world trying to find your way.
Mm-hmm.
And you got guys that's 30, 40 years old still struggling with that.
And Courtney, to jump on your board, a lot of professional athletes are like that. After they're done, some of them don't know what to do. And it's not a shot at them. All they knew was football. All they knew was baseball. and they was always gone from the kids. You know, so when I'm done, what do I do now?
It's hard to sit at the house with them kids like that.
Raise your
They're
hand if you
always gone.
raise your hand if after you were done with the sport, you experienced some form of depression.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I did. Absolutely. I did.
You know,
Without a
and-
doubt. If you didn't, you're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, for
If you
real.
didn't,
That's
you're lying.
true. Yeah.
I tell young athletes all the time that you're a better person than you are athlete, right? You got to believe that you could actually be something else besides Xavier Lane, the football player. Chris Raza, the football player, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times they've been pat on the back so much about just being an athlete, they didn't even know they could do anything else. You know what I'm saying? You're a better person than you are an athlete.
Y'all know what sport started the portal, huh?
Which one?
Select baseball.
Here you go.
Select baseball started the portal, man.
Well,
Ray.
fill us in. How did that happen?
The portal been around for about 30, 40 years. I used to, hey, about this. I came from Smoky Jasper Park.
Yeah.
My mama worked at McDonald's. In 2000, just think about it. In 1999 and 2000, how much you think McDonald's workers would get paid?
Barely minimum
$5
wage.
probably. Yeah.
15 cents an hour,
Mm-hmm.
plus rent, plus kids, plus everything. Still single parent now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally went to the #1 team in the nation. I couldn't afford nothing. You think I got money to go to Oklahoma every other weekend? You think I got money to go to Kansas? Man, my mom ain't got enough money but to go to this game right here down the street.
Yeah.
That's
You see what
real.
I'm saying?
That's real life. Huh?
Yeah, I agree with that because baseball is a little bit different where, you can only play football so many times a week. You got maybe once a week. It's
Right.
too physical. We were playing as select ball. We were playing 3 times a day. We were playing every day, and we're playing on multiple teams. And a lot of these are select teams and it gets really expensive. And if you're one of the top players, they'll take care of everything. Now, if you come from neighborhoods like mine and other neighborhoods like our parents didn't have that kind of money to pay for all this because they have the top gear. They're having all these different uniforms. They look like professional teams. And but if you're one of the top players, they'll take you to Florida and play in the World Series and all those things. And so baseball is just a little bit different. But from my perspective, playing baseball since I was 5, I was obsessed with it. And what I did was I transferred all that obsession when I was done with the game to being obsessed with my family, being obsessed with being a father, just being a son, being a brother. That's why I took the obsession part of it and the dedication. And yes, sir.
Bourbon.
And bourbon and my hobbies, right? My hobbies.
Yeah.
You can see the obsessions, the dedication. Anything I do it all the way 100% because that's the way I did baseball. I did it 100% and I was just obsessed with it, want to know everything about it. And I just couldn't get enough of it. So the same thing happened with the hobbies and you see it back.
All the parents who put their kids in organized youth sports, put that time in.
Absolutely.
Single parents, the moms, the dads, all the parents. Hats off to y'all, man, because at the end of the day, it's a sacrifice for the parents, it's a commitment for the
Get
parents.
ready.
And it costs a lot. It costs a lot because guess what?
Get
I just had to do a
ready.
fundraiser. My son, and he's only 6 years old, and he's going to a flag football tournament playing at Disney
Get ready
Sports
for
next
4
month. I had to
games
do
on
it.
Saturday,
And my
3
time,
on
you know what
Sunday.
I'm saying? So shout out to the parents, man. All
Yeah.
the parents. I love you, mama.
All right. All right. Yeah. This has been fun. We shouldn't let it go this long to do this again. I need to figure out all this other stuff. But anybody want to chime in on, say anything, last toss, round table question, anything like that before I let them tell?
What y'all don't like about the portal?
Like I said,
I'm
y'all know
not against
I've been saying this for the longest. I don't like that it's athletes just getting it out without nowhere or no clue on where they gonna go.
Right. That's
Those are the
dangerous.
ones getting forced out.
So they getting forced out by the school program,
Yeah,
the
bro.
coaches.
Yeah, I got 2 bad motherfuckers coming. You gotta go, bro. No, there's no room for you in this room anymore. You ain't doing nothing. We don't need
that's
no
what I
scout
don't like.
team no more. Ain't no more scout team. That
That's
shit
what I
over
don't like.
with. Everybody can play.
Now,
Your
the
attitude bad. You don't want to listen. You don't want to. Yeah,
Yeah, gotta go.
It's only I love everything about the portal. The reason why is because all the problems that people complain about that the portal have always been around. Before the kids had the option to go get more money, go to a better school. The only problem I have with the portal is when you jump in the portal in December and you don't find a school, January that rent still due.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
rent still due January.
Yeah. Still gotta pay that rent. You ain't never lying.
And I know that lease ain't up to August, so you better choose wisely.
Yeah, my thing, the only thing I
That's it.
dislike, if you go into multiple, if you in that mud more than 3 times,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the carousel, the coaching carousel, and the player carousel, they all
It
moving
might
around.
it might take you 3 times to find that school to get you to the next level.
But
If you
1%
young.
of the 1% gonna actually make it to NFL.
Yeah. And
Hey,
You
everybody
got
ain't
a
gonna
better
make it.
chance of getting struck by lightning, even if you ball out.
And everybody on this call should have been there. We wasn't that 1%.
But the thing is
Nope,
now
it's
with the
numbers
portal,
game.
they making that money before. Some of them might not even be
Yeah.
as hungry
Right.
and not
Yeah.
in a rush.
That's true.
Because they got this.
Yeah, I got it now. I can go
Look at-
start
look at
3,
all-
4
look at-
businesses.
Look at Ole Miss quarterback. Look at Alabama quarterback. They trying to give him $4.5 million to stay.
Yeah.
I might stay.
Yeah.
Gotta stay.
Might stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm safe.
For sure.
Kids ain't getting that type of money.
Give me that money.
So ain't.
That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Hey, this been fun, y'all.
It
I
has.
enjoyed this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though y'all
Yeah.
wasn't sipping on anything. Me and Ray holding it down.
Crazy. Damn, me and
Heard that
C-Man
right,
got
right?
stuck right
See, I ain't never drunk.
They drunk over there. Mm-hmm. All right. Real talk, no playbook, just truth. It's been a joy to be able to sit here with y'all. So,
Cheers.
cheers.
On 2 wheels, about to flip over, I'm way colder. Colorado, I'm way bolder. My son out the stroller, he way older. Now he could hit the studio with me, I'm way focused. Still sipping Henny, no soda.